We finally gotten our first look at Jasmine and Aladdin through the first of the developer previews coming with Tales of Agrabah for the next update in Disney Dreamlight Valley. So let's take a look at the entire thing, see what we can break down, find any little details that we might be able to pick out, and just have a look at what's coming over the next couple of weeks.
Hey Valley Villagers, we're here to introduce you to the two characters that will be joining the Valley in Tales of Agrabah. Discover a whole new... well, it looks like Agrabah could use your help. Luckily, you won't be alone. Reunite with two iconic Disney characters, Aladdin and Jasmine, and work together to solve what's causing these chaotic sandstorms in Agrabah. Along the way, you'll also rescue a familiar flying carpet who you'll be able to unlock as a permanent companion. After all your adventuring together, both Aladdin and Jasmine will join the Valley, bringing with them their own quests and friendship rewards. You'll be able to discover the power of wishful thinking with Jasmine, and help Aladdin set up a new stall where you can purchase a daily rotation of dazzling gemstones. That concludes our first look as to what you can expect from our next free update, Tales of Agrabah, releasing on February 26. Stay tuned for more, and see you in the Valley!
Okay, so we have the name, at least. We know it's Tales of Agrabah. We've seen the magic carpet, which we all knew was going to come, but it's definitely confirmed. We saw Jasmine, Aladdin, their house. I was really interested to see what they do with the house, and we got a glimpse at the realm. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot to digest. I'm going to kind of like scrub through the video frame by frame. I'm not going to sort of like play the whole thing again. We'll just go through and see if we can spot any details that we kind of guessed or anything that we thought might have been coming. And yeah, that could be really fun. So let's take a look. Okay, so the first thing that we've kind of got to look at here is the realm door. I love that they used kind of like the Aladdin icon that was already in game. I think it's sort of like the perfect icon for Aladdin. So we know that it's going to be a realm, and from the look of it, it does seem like it's going to be a pretty big realm. I know that Mulan was one of the bigger realms that we got, so I wonder if it's going to be around that sort of size maybe. So this is a better look at it, and this kind of like tornado or dust storm, I don't know. This looks pretty cool. We haven't seen like sort of an animation like that in the game, I would say, until now. Even the tree is kind of like getting blown around. We can see here that the magic carpet is actually inside this tornado. I'm going to call it a tornado. If that's what it is, I don't know. But the magic carpet is kind of inside this tornado, and it does say that we are going to be able to unlock that as a companion, which is really interesting. There's some more kind of like splinters of fate, kind of like shard things down here that they're adapting. So I'm wondering if they've kind of like borrowed some of the elements from Eternity Isle for this, because I think this is pretty similar to the Agrabah Palace that we have in Eternity Isle right now. We do also get our first kind of like little glimpse of Jasmine just down here, hiding behind the stall. But yeah, this animation is pretty cool. Moving on a couple of frames and we get our first look at Jasmine and Aladdin. Now, we were pretty sure that these were the outfits they were going to come with, so that does leave me wondering if we will get some dream styles for them in the other ones that we kind of like speculated about. Now, Jasmine looks great. I think she looks really good. I'm happy with the outfit. I think she looks pretty spot on. I don't know, maybe other people disagree, but I think they've done a pretty good job with their model render, to be honest. The hair looks like a lot of fun. It's a nice long ponytail sort of thing, which we like. We've wanted some more long hair in the game, so that is brilliant. I do hope that we get this as kind of like a player hairstyle as well. And then moving over to Aladdin, he's kind of in his like street rat outfit. Now, I did wonder, and you know that I kind of speculated on whether they would be shirtless and kind of like have the midriff showing. I got schooled on that video. Forgot about Maui, forgot about how Ariel comes, so you could disregard that, but I'm really happy with the outfits that they did choose, and I'm happy with the outfits that have kind of like come with them. I think it looks true to the movie, which was what I was hoping, for the most part. Just while we're on this frame, you can kind of see in the background here that they've used that kind of like rug washing line. I know it's not a washing line, but it was the premium shop item that came with Agrabah Market set, so they're using that in the realm, which is nice. I'm not sure what this is, maybe some set of ladders or something, but they've really kind of like made an effort by the look of it to make it feel like Agrabah and where the market would be held, which I'm happy with. I am peeping this path down here. Could we get a path with this update? I don't know. Could it be craftable? Maybe. Here is another look at another frame, a better look at Jasmine. Like I said, I think she looks great. Love the hair. Love that it's like super long. Love the outfit, the big sort of like, I don't know what they're called. I'm sure there's a name for them. The pants that kind of like go out. They're not bell bottoms, I know that, but I think it looks great. Love the kind of like accessories she has on, the necklace, the earrings, that headpiece. We know that that's important to Aladdin and Jasmine. So yeah, looks great on the whole. And let's take a look at Aladdin again. So this is just a slightly closer look at Aladdin as well. I actually like his hair. I think they've done a really good job with that. It's one of those things you don't really consider sort of like when the render comes around, because we don't have a playstyle like that necessarily in the game. I don't think we've got an identical one. So I was kind of like, yeah, what are they going to do with the hair? But I think they've pretty much nailed it. It's funny that the setting is Agrabah. So I wonder if they've just used the render from Eternity Isle. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. It's kind of like what I think has happened. Maybe it was just easy for them to kind of like pick that up and put that back in the realm. Not everybody's going to have the DLC. Not everybody's going to have Eternity Isle. So I think using that is not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know if it's like identical, but I'm going to suspect that they've either adapted it or just used like the Eternity Isle one as a base for this one, which is fine. We were kind of wondering what they would come with and how they would arrive. So Agrabah had to be involved in some capacity. I should say the Sultan's Palace had to be involved in some capacity. So I'm not surprised to see it again, basically. That's a better look at the flying carpet. I think that looks great. I was so excited to see this. Like we knew that it was going to come, but we were not certain that it was going to come. You know, Game Love like to do that to us. They like to tease us. But I just thought as soon as we got the introduction of like being able to glide in different formats in the game, and we knew that Aladdin and Jasmine would come at some point, I just knew that they would bring a flying carpet. What I didn't think is that it would be a companion. That's the important thing here. This is a companion. So does that mean that we are actually going to be able to use it as a glider or not? Is it just going to be sort of like a pet that follows us around? That's the sticking point, I would say. That's the one thing that I'm interested to see how that turns out, because maybe it's not going to be a glider after all. Maybe we were kind of like going down that path of them having it as a glider in the way that the book glider was for the Storybook Vale. But if it's just going to be a companion, then it'll be pretty cool to have it kind of like follow us around the valley, I suppose. And this looks like it's going to be the photo pose for it. So with companions, at least we can pose with them in photos. So it'll be interesting to see like how far it sends the character off center. Because I know that with some of the animals, the actual companions, it does kind of like throw you off to the side. So I'll be interested to see whether they put the carpet to the side or whether they put us to the side in photo mode. On the whole, I think it looks great. The tassels look cute. I really love the design on it. I know it's probably true to the film, which is nice to see. We'd love to see a reference, and we'd love to see a properly done reference. And Gameloft are actually pretty good at doing sort of like true to movie stuff. So I'm happy with that. Now, this was what I wanted to point out. This is the house. So I'm going to scroll back a little bit just so we can get a better look, because it does move down quite quickly. We were not sure how they were going to integrate Jasmine and Aladdin's kind of like house into the valley. We didn't know how it was going to come. I love this. I've been waiting for like a smaller footprint villager house, I would say, to come into the game. I know that Rapunzel's got a pretty small footprint, and I was just thinking like a lot of the others take up a lot of space. This being some sort of tower is perfect. I love the design. I think the design looks incredible. Everything about it looks really good. It looks like it's just one of the towers from the palace kind of like brought over into the valley, which for me works. Somebody else might think that it should have been a bit bigger. I don't know. I think it looks great. I do always find it funny that they kind of put like doors in inaccessible places. There's even a couple of premium shop houses where we cannot even get close to the door, which I always find kind of funny. Like if this is the only door, maybe there's one around the back of here, but the door being up here, I'm never going to get to that. And again, finally, just another little look at both of them arriving in the valley. Again, I reiterate, I think the character models look really good. I think Aladdin looks great and Jasmine looks fantastic. I love Jasmine's hair. As I said, I really hope that we're able to get that for our character. And I would love it without the headpiece maybe, or maybe that as an optional kind of like add-on. I don't know. I think it could work both ways. So here's the section about friendship rewards. Now, I'm going to say that this is probably Jasmine's. Going to take a guess on that just by the outfit and the furniture. What I do find interesting is I think I called out in one of my videos, I don't know if it was a members video or not, but I called out some of the furniture that we might see, and this chaise was involved in that video. So I did put a screenshot of this kind of like chaise longue from the movie inside that video, and I was like, I wonder if this would be a good fit for Jasmine because it's in the movie, it's in her bedroom. Here it is. Not a bad guess, not gonna lie. This does look great. I love it. I love the outfit. It's a different take. I wonder if this is like a full outfit. It's probably level 10, but I wonder if this is pieces rather than a full outfit. I don't know. It's kind of like they've gone with sort of like the vibe of Jasmine without making it too close to her actual character outfit. I'm not 100% sure on this. Sometimes the friendship outfits are a hit. Sometimes they're a miss. I need a little bit more time with this one, I think. There's something throwing me off. I think because it's like inspired by Jasmine, but it's not Jasmine's outfit. Maybe that's kind of like throwing me off a little bit. I don't dislike it. I actually really like sort of, I don't know if this is a train or an additional skirt around the edge. I actually quite like this piece in the middle that's purple. I need a second. Otherwise, there does seem to be some sort of window in the background. I'm guessing maybe we'll get a window as a friendship reward, which is probably one from Jasmine's room in the movie, because we do see a couple of shots of that. I like it. I can't judge too much. I need some more visuals on it. But from what I've seen, It looks pretty good. This one is hard to get a full like pause on because the character's in motion. Actually, I think now I take a look at it, this is probably inside Jasmine and Aladdin's house. So whether the chaise and the window are actually going to be friendship rewards, I don't know if it's just decoration for their house. There's a little table down here. There's also a rug. I guess maybe that they could be friendship rewards for Aladdin. They do seem to be his color scheme. I do actually really like that the male and female rewards, by the look of it, or sort of like, I should say, the sort of like more dress focused one and then the one that Aladdin gives us, they kind of tie together. So I love that it's kind of like got the same purple with gold trim. And then this is kind of like got the purple with gold trim. So they do feel like companion pieces, which is really nice. It's just an interesting look for the character. It's not that I dislike it. I don't dislike it. It just feels, I don't know, there's something that's like ever so slightly throwing me off and I can't tell what it is. I don't know if it's all the pieces together because it does look like a lot of clothing on the character. If that makes sense, maybe it's something to do with that, or maybe it's because it's kind of close to what the actual characters are wearing without being their outfits. Maybe it's that. But regardless, I like the door in the background. If we talk about the door, the shoes with the strappy, maybe the sandal looks. I don't know, because they're like shoes, but also sandals. I don't know. Anyway, the door looks really fun. I would love if we got like a version of that, even if we just got the blue one, but the whole thing looks pretty regal. Love the intricate detail work. We know that there's a lot of intricate detail like that in Aladdin, so I was expecting them to kind of like pull that into the game in some capacity. And this wallpaper, I believe that we already have. So that's, it's interesting. Stuff to spot, definitely. This is the one that caught my eye, because we did get that memory of and I believe Scrooge standing next to a gem stall. I don't know if that was a hint. People were wondering whether it was. I remember it was like a big deal at the time because it was kind of DLC focused because Jafar was from the DLC. So they were like, why are they showing a gem stall? I actually don't know the reason. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe it was related in some way to this. I don't think it even looked the same. So perhaps when they were developing Jasmine and Aladdin and they saw the discussion about the gem stall, they were like, this is a perfect opportunity for us to add one in. The actual design of it is really nice. Love the purple, love like the intricate detailing, sort of like, I guess this would be maybe like a cloth or a fabric underneath. Everybody loves that. I love the teal. The detail looks really nice. It's got kind of like the shapes of Agrabah and the Sultan's Palace in the background. The stall itself looks really, really good. Love the little kind of like rolled up rug down on the right hand side as well. And then it's got little lamps just as the other stalls do. So as far as stalls go, we can see Mulan's here in the background. I think it fits right in. I wonder how many more of these stalls we're going to get. They're going to run out of resources at some point, I suppose. So maybe we'll stop getting stalls. But until then, I guess we can just make the most of it and enjoy them for what they are. Interesting though that they brought this kind of like in the game at this point after we did get that memory with Jafar showing a gem stall that was very confusing at the time. So this is how the video ends. It gives us the launch date next week, February 26th. They are a little bit like behind what they traditionally are with releasing the teasers. So we usually get the Star Path teaser a little before 2 weeks before the update. So obviously it's a week today that the update comes out. Now we were suspecting that. That was the biggest suspicion of all. Glad that it's been confirmed. Glad that they finally kind of like addressed it and sort of like made that clear. The name, fascinating, Tales of Agrabah. I know that we did the video sort of like where we discussed what the names of the Star Path could be and maybe by proxy the update. And we did say that Wonders of Agrabah could have been a title. Tales of Agrabah, not that far away. It was a pretty good guess from us. I think we did pretty well. I like that they do the custom backgrounds as well for each of sort of like the updates. I know that they sort of like make it feel part of the world that it's coming from. Now, it's not explicitly Aladdin, but it's kind of got like the nice sunset with the colors, you know, all of that sort of thing. Little lamp here, little hint maybe, something to do with Genie. I don't know, but it looks great. I'm really happy with it. And I think it's going to be a fun update. I hope. We'll see what the Star Path is like. So that is it for this video, gang. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think the update preview looks good? What do you think of Aladdin and Jasmine? Are they what you expected, or were you hoping for something slightly different? I personally think it all looks great. Their house specifically is the one thing that caught my eye in that trailer, so I love how that looks. I know that I'm going to be able to do a beautiful build sort of like around that, so I'm so excited to get my hands on it and really do something nice. Courtney does say in the video that these update previews are going to come sort of like over the next week, so this is just the first. We will be getting more. We'll probably get some sort of Star Path look, maybe a premium shop sneak peek, perhaps something closer look at the characters or maybe the realm, but it's definitely not going to be the only one. So I'm really excited to dive in for the rest of these with you. break it down, see if we can spot anything, and yeah, just enjoy. That's the main thing. Let's just enjoy this update because it's been a long time coming. All right, gang, with that being said, I'm going to leave it there for today. I am streaming tonight, so in about 2 hours or so, well, maybe sooner when this video goes out, I will be live, so feel free to come and stop by. We'll maybe go over this again, see if we can find anything else. But in the meantime, I will catch you in the next one, and I will, of course, see you in the valley.